Well, I know, and I've worked with people that they went into marriage saying, if it doesn't work, we'll just get a divorce and I'll find another one. And they did for several times. Well, they did, or a lot of them have. Or they try, a trial period, see how it's going to work before they get married. And again, marriage, as instituted by God, is the union of one man and one woman until death do they part. Probably one of the most important passages that we're going to be looking at is the passage in Matthew 19, verse 6, beginning in verse 6. Let's see. Actually, it starts back in about verse 3. When the Pharisees came up to Jesus to test him by asking, "Is it lawful to divorce one wife for any cause?" He answered, "Have you not read that he who made them from the beginning made them male and female, and said, for this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God hath joined together, let no man put asunder, or let no man separate." They said to him, "Why did Moses command one to give a certificate of divorce and to put her away?" He said to them, "For your hardness of heart, Moses allowed you to divorce your wives, but from the beginning, all the way back to Genesis 2, it was not so. And I say to you, whoever divorces his wife, except for unchastity, and marries another, commits adultery." Is adultery a single act, or is it a continuous act? It is a continuous. And does anybody in this room, or? Yeah. 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 Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, yeah. 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 And anybody that marries the wife that's put away for adultery commits adultery as well. I mean, yeah, it fans out pretty quickly. Uh, Also in this book, when we were talking about I was going to ask, does anybody in this room speak Greek? Good. I don't feel quite so bad now. I don't. I'll be totally honest. I know very little, if to none. But some of these things in this particular book that again was written by Orrin and Ethan's great granddad, they get into the Greek on defining certain words. One of the problems, and I know Andrew mentioned it when he talked about instrumental music, You know, one of the words that solo, I think, was actually the word that, how was it used back then and how is it used today? And that's important, to find someone that you trust that can explain some of these Greek words to you. And we'll look at some of that more. Ethan, yeah. Absolutely. No, no, not at all. Uh, yeah, I appreciate your comments. Be thinking about this, because next week we're going to go into some actual scenarios and just use scripture to figure out, do they have the right or do they not have the right? What would be the consequences thereof? Appreciate your comments.